Welcome back. In this session, we are going to understand Docker Compose. Well, now let's start with the problem statement. So imagine our three-tier application which we have deployed in the volume section. So what we did, so we deployed everything using Docker CLI. So we started creating the network. Then we created a database image that was for the MongoDB. Then we run the MongoDB container. Then we created the backend image. Then again we created the backend container. Then we created frontend image. Then frontend container. Then we manually bridge the network from the frontend and the backend, right? Because uh, uh, initially when we created, so frontend was only created for the backend network. Then altogether, if you see, even this is less, we had done more than 10 commands. So what is the problem? So problem is this is manual, right? We have to run all those commands manually, and there's a highly chance as a human, right? We will forget any of the steps, and once if you forget any of the steps, means application is not going to run, correct? Another problem, this is not scalable. Using this, we cannot go ahead and run the production application, right? So we need something to make sure if we run it, it will work. And all those commands, what we did, all those things should work out of box. So this is what we need to do as a DevOps engineer, right? What we want? We want consistency across the team, consistency even within our team. If I'm able to run this application, and then I should send all those steps instruction to someone else, and they should also able to do that, right? And it could be really great if we could have one command, and using this one command we deploy this entire three-tier application architecture: database, backend, and the front end. And of course it can go to the multiple environment. So can we do that? Yes. So instead of writing all these 15-20 commands in the Confluence page, we can use the Docker Compose. So what is Docker Compose? Docker Compose is a tool that simplify multi-container application deployment. So Docker container is a tool that simplify deploying multi-tier application. Okay, in our case we have the three-tier application by writing everything in one file, and this is YAML file. And you know, YAML is so simple, so we can define our all service, network, volume in the single YAML file, and it is going to set up our networks, volumes, is going to create our all containers, and this is also give us flexibility to decide the order. So we know we cannot go ahead and create the backend without creating our database, right? So again, we can set this dependency using command called depends on, and using one command we can create this whole container, all images. And if you need to tear down, again using one command we can do that. So solution is Docker Compose. Now let's understand this practically. So what I did, I have created a again application and the scenarios, and using this we are going to understand this. So first things first, I have couple of commands here. If you're using the same virtual machine we have been using so far, so you have to make sure you delete everything. And for myself, I have deleted everything. So you can see Docker ps no container, Docker network ls. So we have only this default networks, then volume volume. So I have deleted everything. Okay, so please make sure go ahead and delete all containers, all volumes, all images, everything. Once you done, then we are going to create our project structure. So as I said, this is three-tier application architecture, but anyways I'm calling this multi-tier architecture. So we are going to create the folder structure, and in the respective folder we will have our container and Docker specification file. Okay, and then we will have our Docker compose file where we are going to put everything. So let's start with first of all creating this directory, multi-tier app, then frontend, backend, and database. And we will cd there, and this folder we are going to create Docker compose YAML file where we'll put all our automation script for creating these containers. So let's go to the terminal. Let me type here. Now we are here and type tree. Tree. Now we see we have the Docker composed file and 3 folder. Let me clear the screen. And now let's go ahead and put data in our Docker compose. I'm going to explain you all this in a moment. So vi Docker compose, and I hit the enter and save this. And let me explain you. So here we have the service. So here we are going to create 3 services, right? So here we have the database service, backend service, front-end service, and along with that we have the network. Okay, so network is the another object for the container, for the Docker, right? Again you have the another object volume. So as a service we are creating database, backend, and the front end. Then we are creating the network because we want to make sure all this application runs in the own and the separate network, make sure the isolation and the security. And also for the persistency of our database we need the volume. So for that we are creating the Mongo data. So here we have the volume. So this is going to create the Mongo data as a persistence storage. Then we are creating the two network, backend network and the front-end network. And then we have the service. So first service is database. So it's going to build the image from where? So in the database. So if you see here we are going to run this from our uh, multi-tier application folder. So from multi-tier application folder, this is going to go into where? In the database. In the database folder we need the here Docker file for the database container specification. We are going to create this in a moment, but here is going to find the Docker file in the database. Then this is going to build the database image. Then it's going to create the container. What is the container name? Container name is db, and whenever this container going to restart, okay, so it's going to restart always. Then we have the network. So for the database we are using the backend network, and for the volume we are using Mongo data. And there this is a container path data, and the db we are going to mount at the Mongo data. Then Mongo run on the port 27017. So this is the host port, this is the container port. Now similar we have the backend. Then again for backend we're going to build image from the backend. In the backend folder we will have our this Docker file. We are going to create it. Then again it depends on the database. So back is meaningless to create the database unless and until we have our database up and running, right? Because database credentials we're going to use inside our backend container. So this is depend on the database. So once database service will get created, then this is going to create the database. And again for the backend we are going to use network, backend, as well as front end. Now you remember, right? Manually we have put our front end, okay, backend in the front end network, right? But now here we are adding both. So again you see this is automated. Similar for the front end, again is going to build the image from the front end Docker file. Then this is the name UI. Then again it's depend on the backend. So first it's going to create the backend, then it will create the front end, and it's going to use front end network and the port 8080. So this is a very simple file. Now what we need to run this Docker file, we need the 3 Docker file in the respective folder, right? So let's go ahead and do that. So again this is the same code we have used in the network section. So let me copy this and go to here. I'm going to open vi database, no, database, then docker file I, and let's put this. Perfect. This is done. Docker file, make sure file name is correct. Then we similar need for the backend. Let me copy this. Vi, no, backend, docker file, put this code, and we have already used this code. Okay, so I'm not going to explain this. So this same code. Then do next for our front end. Then vi frontend docker file. Well, perfect. Now, okay, now everything is done. So basically, let me show you here. So if you do the tree, so what do we need to run a docker compose? We need the three docker container specification file in the respective folder. So in backend docker file, database docker file, frontend docker file, and that's all. And now we have already created our docker compose file, all good. Then we need to install this software docker compose. Okay, so once you install docker, then this not get installed, you need to install this. I have already did it, but let me do it here once again. Okay, so this is already there, so I am good. Now using this command, we can go ahead and build the all container images and run the container, and you see we are doing the attach mode. Okay, so here docker compose is the command. Then up means go ahead and create all the containers and build it, and minus d is the attach mode. Okay, let's run this. Now you see this is created the network, backend network. Then again this created the frontend network. Then this created the volume. Now this building the database image, right? Then this is building the, okay, now this is run the database container. Then again this build the image, then run it. Okay, now at the end you see it's created all containers, right? So db container, api container, ui container, everything is done. Now remember in the previous times and so far we have been running all these commands one by one, right? Now do docker ps. Now we see our three containers are running, and now if you need to remove it, so just we'll go ahead and run this command here, docker compose down, and it's going to delete everything. Anyways, we'll delete it later, but now we see all container is running. Now we can go ahead and test it, right? So of course this the nginx is running, so refresh this. This is running here, right? So perfect. And now we can go ahead again test the backend as well if you want to test it. Now if you need to restart, we can use docker compose restart, so it will restart the specific container if you want to start it. If you want to delete it, we run simple this command docker compose down, and this is going to stop and delete all containers. So down is basically is going to stop. Let's quickly check it, not delete it. Now if you go and test it here, okay, this is gone, right? So now this is not working. Well, now do docker ps all gone, docker ps minus al. Okay, so it's deleted everything. So docker down is delete everything. So we also see, okay, this is first stopped, then it removed all container, then again is removed even networks, volume, each and everything. Now again, let's say if you need to bring it back, so very simple command, go ahead and let's remove this. Okay, d, and run this. Now you see it's creating everything from the scratch. Now even we can see the log here. Okay, go ahead and run the application. Okay, now you see this is back, right? Now you see, you can see the log and all. Perfect. Now you see this is working, right? So now this is really amazing. If you want to organize and put everything together, we should be using Docker Compose. Now, what is the key benefits? First is it's help us setting up the complex environment. So without Docker Compose, right, we have to do everything manually. Now we have put everything in the Docker Compose file and one command and everything's up and running. We can handle dependencies using the depends on. Otherwise you have to remember when to create which container, when to ask the network, right? Everything we need to remember. Again, network creation, database creation, everything is now automated. And again, this is the scalable solution. Well, so that's pretty much I wanted to cover here. And one more thing, this solution is available in again my public repository here, okay? Docker demo. What I did, I have put the all Docker basic commands over here. So if you want to practice, remember, please go ahead, look into that. I have put everything here for your understanding, for your ease. And again, I have added one more of document here for cleaning up. So if you want to clean, let's say stop and remove all containers, just copy this command and go ahead and let me stop this. Now it's going to stop everything. So you can run this command to stop all containers and remove all containers. You can remove all the network using this command, all the volume using this command, all the images using this command. So I put everything if you need to do cleanup. So please follow this and let me show you quickly. Okay, now you see Docker PS. Okay, nothing is there. Now we can remove all the networks got deleted. Now all volume got deleted. Perfect. So refer this. So yes, I have created this couple of document for you to go ahead look into that. Well, so that's pretty much I wanted to cover here. Thank you so much. See you in the next section.